everybody. Let's just get right to it. All schools should have uniforms. Today, I have the opportunity to educate everybody on why school uniforms should be implemented in all schools and why they are sufficient in learning capacities. Wearing uniforms to school helps with self-discipline and professionalism throughout early years in elementary and high school, which can help you for the future. First, wearing uniforms encourages self-discipline by requiring students to adhere to a dress code. This daily practice of conforming to a structured standard helps develop responsibility, respect for rules, and attention to detail. Second, uniforms teach professionalism by stimulating the standards many students will encounter in the workplace. In numerous careers, employees are expected to wear uniforms or adhere to certain dress codes, whether they work in healthcare, hospitality, law enforcement, or any corporate environment. Introducing uniforms at an early age can help create the understanding of how personal presentation impacts perception.
Hello everyone, I'm Devin Yesnak, and today my team and I are here to talk about the negatives of school uniforms. This topic has been highly debated for years by many different sources such as students, parents, teachers, principals, and even the schools themselves. While school uniforms could arguably be ideal in some senses, there are just too many negative factors that outweigh the good. Today my team and I will be touching on different topics that show that school uniforms really are not a great option, such as how they affect students' behavior, how students feel about their self-expression and creativity, the prices of these uniforms, and finally, what I will be touching on, the uncomfortability aspect. So as a student, would you rather be in the clothes that you choose to wear and that you feel most comfortable in, or a uniform that is required of all students and usually consists of a button-down, some nice pants, tall socks, closed-toed shoes, and a blazer? Well, I think the answer to that is pretty simple. Obviously, what you feel comfortable wearing. Now, comfort may not always be the most important thing, but some students find it difficult to learn when they feel restricted in certain type of clothing.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. By a show of hands, how many of you have had to wear a uniform to school? Real quick. Okay. Now, by a show of hands, how many of you have gotten made fun of for maybe something you guys chose to wear, maybe your friends didn't agree with, or anybody else? Okay, not that many. Well, today I'll be discussing with you the benefits of wearing school uniforms and why I believe all schools should implement this policy. Wearing uniforms to school helps to prevent bullying and lessen social conflicts between students navigating throughout their school environment. School uniforms have been made mandatory in many school districts in an effort to prevent bullying and increase safety by minimizing violence. School uniforms regulate what students wear, making it more difficult to discriminate against someone based on their clothing choices, physical body, or personal style. These uniforms help prevent cliques and gangs on school campuses by requiring students to wear defined colors and accessories, such as maybe green, purple, white, or black, instead of the conventional gang colors like red or blue.
In this argument, I will be giving proof from a variety of different sources that prove why school uniforms should not be mandatory across the world. The specific reason I believe that uniforms should not be mandatory for students to wear in school is because of the growing price of school uniforms, making it harder for students and their families to afford them. In the United Kingdom, if you go to school at a state school, you cannot even buy an inexpensive pair of shorts and a t-shirt because it does not contain the specific branding of the school. According to BBC, in many schools, branded PE uniforms have become so compulsory for students, even during ordinary PE lessons. Parents already have to face paying for a branded regular school uniform. These branded items that students have to wear are typically way more expensive than normal school uniforms that are unbranded.
Hello, my name is Jasmine, and today I'm going to be talking about the topic regarding that all schools should have uniforms. There are many benefits to having school uniforms, which is why I'm going to be supporting this argument. Having school uniforms can help students thrive and succeed in their goals, as it can help improve their focus on their academic work by minimizing distractions. Uniforms can also enhance school pride, unity, and even the student's sense of belonging in the school environment. School uniforms can help increase the students' focus on their academic work by minimizing distractions, eliminating inappropriate attire, and taking away competition, which allows them to focus on their education and not their clothes or what anybody else is wearing. In the Ink Teen magazine, which includes all content written and submitted by teenagers themselves, Agony Ragwar wrote about their experience in a school that required uniforms and how it was beneficial to their education and future. They said, quote, "My friends and I were able to focus on academics and concerns for others rather than the latest fashions."
Hello, good morning. My name is Harrison, and I will be talking about how uniforms are not beneficial for students today. So I want to start off with a quote by Taylor Culifan, who graduated from Ophel High School. I never went to school that made it mandatory for students to wear matching uniforms. I do not think any schools should make their students wear uniforms because that takes away from students' individuality. Students' uniforms can limit students' freedom to express themselves through their clothes.
Good morning. Today I'm here to discuss an issue that affects students, parents, and educators alike, the implementation of school uniforms. Some view uniforms as a way of stifling creativity and self-expression, but I believe that the benefits of having uniforms outweigh the benefits way more than the drawbacks. School uniforms promote equality, enhance safety, and create a more focused learning environment, all of which are crucial for student access. First and foremost, school uniforms level the playing field by reducing visible socioeconomic differences among students. In many schools without uniforms, students from lower income families often face bullying or social exclusion from simply because they cannot afford the latest fashion trends or expensive brands. This disparity can lead to anxiety, lower self-esteem, and even academic struggles as students focus more on fitting in than rather their studies.
Hi, how's everyone? Today you'll be and probably have learned from the other side about how beneficial school uniforms are to children. But I'm here to debunk that with my team, that school uniforms are nothing but a piece of clothing and should not be mandated for students to wear. For my main point, I'll be going on the fact that school uniforms do not influence or promote good behavior, as I'll back this fact up with evidence. Every person has their own self, and they pick up behaviors on their own. It's not just what happens inside the four walls of a classroom. There will be many factors that come into play into developing one's personality and behavior, including outside sources such as home life and gang influence. In a study by students at Ohio State University, they studied if uniforms actually cause an increase of positive behavior and responsibility.
Good morning, everyone. Today, the Bandits and I are here to discuss why a college degree is essential for securing a good job. A college degree often provides specialized knowledge and skills that are highly valued in many professional fields. It also shows employers that you have that dedication and perseverance to complete a long-term goal. Plus, college can offer networking opportunities and internships that can be crucial for landing a good job. I wanted to start my discussion by diving deeper into two topics. My first argument is that a college degree will increase your access to job opportunities, making it easier to find a good quality job. Holding a bachelor's degree opens up a broader array of job opportunities not accessible to those without one. For example, the Associate Director of Content for Northeastern University, Shayna Joubert, states in an article that college graduates see 57% more job opportunities than non-graduates. In the same article written by Shayna Joubert, she mentions that according to a government report focused on job market analytics, the total number of job postings requiring a bachelor's degree from 2019 to 2022 reached nearly 98.5 million.
Many believe college degrees are needed to be successful career-wise. However, this is not the case in many instances. With more companies now more than ever needing employees and even more workers needing jobs, restrictions over the past few years on a lot of jobs have started to be lifted. These factors don't just apply to jobs that are lower paying. Many jobs have good wages and are attainable without college degrees, many at very large companies. According to Penn Foster College, Apple, Tesla, Delta Airlines, and Hilton will all hire employees without needing a college degree. Of course, this does not apply to jobs that are very prestigious in the company, but can still land you a very well-paying position. Sites like Indeed and LinkedIn often list these jobs and are a good resource to find employers looking for workers who don't have college degrees, according to Harvard Business Review. So with the increase in demand for jobs and many companies removing restrictions like needing college degrees, it makes the need for a college degree less mandatory.
Good morning. My name is Annabelle, and a college education is essential for securing a good job in today's economy. According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, or known as BLS, individuals with a bachelor's degree earn a median weekly income of $1,432 about, compared to about $853 for those with only a high school diploma. That is a 67% difference in earnings. Over a lifetime, this disparity translates to nearly $1 million in additional earnings for degree holders. Additionally, colleges prepare individuals for jobs in high-demand fields such as healthcare, technology, and engineering, which often require specialized knowledge. For example, roles like software engineers and data analysts typically require a college degree with a median salary exceeding $100,000 annually.
Good morning, everybody. Today, I'm here to discuss why you don't need a college degree to find a great paying job. The idea of success is deeply ingrained into the human psyche. In our modern 21st century American world, the belief that you must have a college degree in order to achieve success is an often floated opinion. What if I told you there was an alternative to this lifestyle? A timeline in which you could skip college, still continue learning, and if you're lucky enough, get paid to do so. The path I'm speaking of is, of course, a life in the trades. It is an often spoken myth that the work in the trades results in lower wages, longer hours, and backbreaking work. To this I respond, this is simply not always the case. There are hundreds of different positions that you can choose from within the field of trade. And many of them do pay very, very well and offer phenomenal benefits.
Good morning. My name is Rebecca. College is so much more important than people realize. Most people today would say that they want to be an entrepreneur. But in order to do that, you need to know a lot about business, and you need to have many different skill sets that come with that, which is why you would need to take college courses that will lead you to get the knowledge for how to run a business. College has so much more to offer than just the credits and just the classes. Through college, you also grow in confidence in what you believe and what job you want and what goals you want to have. You meet new people that could be lifelong friends and could also help you get the job that you want. They also offer different perspectives and opinions that you may have never heard before. College can also help you get a better job. Some states require that you have a specific degree in order to get a higher job in the company that you may already work in. You may be overlooked at a business that you apply to because you don't have a college degree.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Andrew Kilmurray, and we are the Birds. Caw-caw. Today I want to address a common belief that has shaped our understanding of career success, the notion that a college degree is the only path to achieving it. While traditional education can indeed open doors, there are compelling reasons to consider alternative routes. First, let's remember that many industries and employers now prioritize practical skills and hands-on experience over formal education. Fields like technology, trade work, sales, and the creative sectors often value problem-solving abilities and the capacity to learn on the job. For instance, coding boot camps and trade apprenticeships can sometimes provide more valuable credentials than a degree in fields like software development or graphic design. In fact, research shows that about 27% of people work in jobs related to their major. This means that the vast majority find success through skills they learned on the job or through self-guided learning, not necessarily from their college degrees.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Karen. Today I stand in support of the idea that college is necessary to secure a good job. Let's start by defining what most people would consider a good job. A good job typically offers financial stability, work-life balance, opportunities for growth, and a sense of fulfillment. It's not just about earning a paycheck, it's about achieving a career that allows you to live comfortably without compromising your mental or physical health. Now let's consider the data. According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, individuals with a bachelor degree earn on average 67% more than those with only a high school diploma. Over a lifetime, that difference amounts to approximately $1 million in additional earnings. Another report by Georgetown University Center on Education and the Workforce found that 65% of good-paying jobs that provide middle-class wages or above, require a college education. This shows that college isn't just a stepping stone, it's the foundation for long-term success.
Today we are here to discuss whether stricter gun laws help lower mass shooting rates or increase them. The idea of stricter gun laws is to prevent violence, but it also unintentionally leaves the victims vulnerable and defenseless to those who are willing to break the law. Mass shootings could happen anywhere, such as malls, schools, concerts, stores, and at parties. And the intention of the shooter could vary in many different directions. It is also important to recognize that mass shootings just don't happen because of access to firearms. The issue behind such violence could just be viewed as lack of gun control. It is much more complex than that and can't solely depend on the number of laws put out for firearms. It's no secret that there are individuals who don't care about the law and are willing to do anything to get what they want. Deciding to break the law isn't just a hard decision for everyone.
Good morning to everybody. Today I'm here to discuss a topic about gun control. Can stricter gun control prevent massive shootings? Many debate whether making stricter gun control will make a difference and prevent massive shootings. Many say making stricter gun control would not make a difference because criminals would not obey the laws either way and it wouldn't stop them. But with gun laws, it can prevent horror from happening. I have done my research and I believe that enforcing stricter gun control can prevent massive shootings. First off, age restriction. According to an article, Mass Shootings, Mental Illness, and Gun Control, it says that current laws allow 18 years or older to legally purchase and own a gun with a few restrictions. A 19-year-old student named Nicholas Cruz in Stoneman Douglas High School, a public school, pulled the fire alarm and started shooting towards everyone.
There has been extreme controversy on the topic of gun regulations within the United States. Many argue that more gun regulation will prevent mass shootings, but we have to consider all aspects of this issue. Do criminals really obey the law? Guns can be used for self-defense according to certain opponents of gun regulation. They contend that restricting access to firearms could expose individuals to violent attackers, and that law-abiding persons should be allowed to possess firearms for self-defense against criminals. According to this theory, limiting access to firearms might make it such that only criminals and those with bad intentions are armed, leaving innocent people helpless. Additionally, some contend that armed people, whether law, police, or citizens with concealed carry permits, stop or lessen some mass shootings. As a result, tight gun regulations may make it impossible for law-abiding persons to take action to prevent violent crimes.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning to everyone here on joining this debate. Today I am here as part of the Invincible team to speak about gun control and if using gun safety can prevent massive gun shootings. I think, in my opinion, that gun safety will prevent gun shootings, and I have done my research on why I believe this. So I hope you will listen and want to say brief about this topic. I believe that gun safety can prevent massive gun shootings is due to my readings of this article quoted entitled "Fewer Guns Will Lead to More Safety," where it mentions that where we shouldn't live in a community filled with fear, where something as serious like this could happen to anyone and anytime, such as people going to work and children going to school. This leads to my next point, that our children shouldn't be scared to go to school. I see tons of videos online on social media that show kids wishing and begging their parents not to let them go to school due to the fear of this happening to them.
The ability to bear arms is our Second Amendment right in this country. It's a right that every person in this country is allowed to have as a way to defend themselves from harm. Although guns can be seen as a negative for a multitude of reasons, which doesn't go unnoticed, banning guns altogether will ultimately do more harm than good. If we ban guns, although they'll be harder to access, at the end of the day, those people who want to cause harm to others will still find access to these deadly weapons anyways. If anything, by banning guns, we're just taking away people's rights to defend themselves from people who are able to illegally obtain them. We were given our Second Amendment right for a reason, and it's so that we're able to protect ourselves. It can be shown in cities like Chicago and New York, both of which have some of the most gun laws, are suffering from some of the highest violent crime rates in this country. This is directly because of the increase on stricter gun laws. It's been shown in multiple studies that homicide rates are known to go up when law-abiding citizens aren't able to have access to firearms for self-defense. The solution isn't stricter gun control, it's stricter crime control. When you think of a school or a mall or a parade, you don't think of them as a place that would have guns.
School shootings, mass homicides, robberies, one won't stop. So many innocent people have suffered at the hands of criminals who got their hands on a firearm. Although many anti-gun activists argue that tight gun regulations will significantly decrease these crimes, many studies suggest otherwise. If strict gun regulations are implemented and criminals can obtain firearms while these regulations are in place, those innocent people who had their right to bear arms stripped away from them are now unable to defend themselves. It is easier than many of you think for criminals to go around these gun regulations and purchase a firearm illegally. I myself have seen the underground trading of firearms, and I have seen firsthand how easy it is for even today's youth to obtain a deadly weapon.